So you got your pre-approval, you're all excited, you got your price range, the budget's set, your monthly payment works, the cash to close is good. I tell you, go back, talk to your agent, start doing your market research, get out there, see some houses. And now you're seeing some houses and you're seeing how crazy this market is. Well, here's the 5 ways to help get your offer accepted right now. This is real stuff. So this is already assuming that you have been pre-approved with me and that we've already gone through a detailed loan review and you know exactly what your budget is, what flexibility you have with your monthly payment, with the down payment, and now you're out there and you just want to buy a house. Here's what I'm seeing is helping to win in this crazy, crazy market. So, number one is that you're willing to pay above the asking price. Over 50% of homes right now are still selling over asking price. There is so much buyer demand and such a shortage on homes that it's if you're not willing to pay over asking price, then you better be looking at homes that are listed for more than a couple of weeks, right? So if you're looking for if you're going to have to pay over asking or not, the best indicator right now is days on the market. If you see something and it's only out there for 2 days and the price looks good and it's nice and it's updated, you can be sure that that's going to have multiple offers and that's going to go over asking. Finally, if you're pre-approved for 550,000 and you're looking for that nice renovated house at 550, as we just said, that's going over. So if you're pre-approved for 550, you need to be looking at 495 or 475 or 500 if you're looking for something that's brand new and renovated. Okay? If you see that it's been out on the market for a few weeks, well, that might be something that you can pay around asking price for. Okay? Number two step to win your offer is be willing to waive some contingencies. So you have your appraisal contingency, which is the ability to go back and renegotiate the price if the appraisal comes in under what you're offering. Doesn't mean the bank's not going to do an appraisal. It just means that you're not going to go back and ask the seller to reduce the price. Or if you set a limit on how much of an appraisal waiver you're going to offer, say you're paying 550, the listing price was for 500, you can say, all right, we're going to waive the appraisal as long as it comes in at the listing price of 500. That we do see all the time as well. So for the contingencies, you have your appraisal, your inspection contingency, and you have your financing contingency. Your inspection is something that gets done before contract, and that can also be used as a negotiation tool. But for the meantime, if you're waiving your inspection, that means that you're not going to go back and ask them to, clear up the termites or fix an electrical outlet. Obviously, if there's major, major structural damage, you haven't signed a contract. Of course, you can walk away. Finally, the financing contingency or the mortgage contingency, this is your main out, right? If you were to waive your financing contingency, you are basically a cash buyer. You are locked in. You have to buy that house or you will lose your down payment. Now, if you are really confident and you're kind of desperate and need to buy a house, I could take a lead on an application on Monday. I can send it into underwriting, and by Wednesday or Thursday, I can have you fully underwritten and approved. And if you really, really, really needed to, you could waive your financing contingency. We don't recommend that you do that, but if you're going up against a lot of cash offers, this is one way that you can basically become a cash offer. Number three, you need to be really, really flexible. You need to be able to close really fast in 2 to 3 weeks, or you need to be able to give the seller a delayed closing, possibly with the option of a lease back where you close, they get their money, and then they can rent the place out from you for the next 2 months. Okay, that's also called a post occupancy clause. So being really flexible, working with your lender as far as, yeah, you want to put down 10%, but for the right property in a multiple offer situation, you would do 20%. All of these, flexibility, all of these options are stuff that we're seeing to help win this competitive housing market. Okay. Number four you got to be working with a trusted local lender. If you are getting a mortgage from an out-of-state lender, from a .com lender, there's a separate pile for those offers. I assure you, you are going to pay tippy top dollar, and most likely you're going to lose out on that property because a lot of agents have been burned multiple times by these out-of-state lenders or by these .coms. So number 4 is working with that trusted lender, making sure that your lender is calling that listing agent. We send videos. So if we can't get a hold of the listing agent, we're going to send a video over that's going to gas you up on how qualified you are, on all the steps that you've taken, all the hoops that you've jumped through, all the credit, income, and assets that we've reviewed. And then that brings me right into the number 5 tip to get your offer accepted, which is, along with a local pre-approval, you show proof of funds. So you have the 20% in the bank, you have additional assets in retirement or in the stock market or coming from a gift. You get those statements together. We black out all your personal info and we send over the balances so that seller knows that this is for real, that you have the money for the down payment to cover any appraisal gaps, etc. These are the secrets to winning in this market. I know it's a lot. I know it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable for me. So I know it's not comfortable for you, but this is what it takes right now to win on a really hot property. If you found this helpful, please do me a favor, go on over to my social media, give us a follow on Instagram, like our fan page on Facebook, and stay tuned for way more really useful content. And then finally, I have a link below in this email. If it's been a minute since we've done our loan review or not, even if you just have some questions and you want to schedule a 10-minute requalification meeting with me, click on the link below. It'll bring you right into my calendar. We'll jump on Zoom. I'll answer any questions that you have. You can also always just give me a call or email me back. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.